Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today, I have a very, very special guest calling at almost 6:30 in the morning, Indian Standard Time. Can you go ahead and tell me your name and where you're calling from exactly?
Namaste. I am Yogi Shivan. People call me Guru Yogi Shivan. Guru means it's a guide who can support, help people or assist people to explore the invisible dimensions of our existence. And I'm speaking from Kerala, the extreme southern part of India.
Okay, and can you tell me extensively, excuse me if I cut you off during this session, but your past leading up into your present and what you do about life after death.
Yeah, I was a curious child and hyperactive. My father was an Ayurveda physician, traditional physician, and a scholar in Indian traditional Vedic science. It's a spiritual thing. So, from my childhood, I used to hear a lot of stories related to history, then tradition, like metaphysics, traditional way. So, because of my extra energy, I used to create a lot of troubles in my school. So, father noticed these things and he put me into a traditional martial arts school, Kalari. Kalari is a martial art which is based on strict yogic disciplines. So I was into that. Then when I reached to my high school level, I started karate. I became a black belt holder in karate. Then I was a boxer also, and I used to do dance. So I was using my body beyond certain limit without knowing why it is. But later I came to know when I was working in Middle East as a like a healer. I was well versed into Marma technology. Marma is like acupressure points, Indian style. So I was known there, popular there as a guy with magic fingers. So I was taken into the upper strata of the society, people who were suffering from back pain, neck pain, sleeplessness, and they couldn't handle it within the power of medicine. So they were looking for another option. So I was using these techniques to give them some relief. With this personal experiences with the high level people, one thing was really confusing me. These people are very powerful. They could buy everything, either with the money power or muscle power. But when I noticed some diseases and death beyond the man's limit, money power or muscle power will not support that situation or facing that situation. That gave me a confusion. I knew that I am also going to be defeated by death or disease like this. There, I really wanted to search for something which is beyond the mortality.
Mm-hmm.
Then I left that life. I came back to India because as a child, I was, accustomed with the stories, and I used to be fantasizing the higher dimensions of life beyond body and mind. Here, as a grown person, I wanted to explore the science behind it. I became a monk. I traveled all over India in search of a guru who could teach me. Guru means guide, to explore the spiritual dimensions. Finally, I found a master. He initiated me in this Siddha Yoga order or Sri
How do
Vidya
you get
order.
initiated?
Pardon?
How do you get initiated?
Initiation is like we will find a spiritual father. How a mortal father or a physical father is giving his life energy through a sperm, and it is deposited in a lady's body. There, the egg is used and an embryo is developing from there. Same way, there is a cosmic womb which called Vishwa Yoni, where the Guru will give his spiritual energy as a sperm of spark, spiritual sperm. And it will be installed in our body as a flame of light. That is what is called initiation. Once we receive that light, then our job to go into the silence, the womb of silence. We can hear the sound of silence. That is what is taught. This is what is called initiation. Then we have to explore the sound of silence. Nature can communicate with us through silence. That is what is called meditation, is the science of silence. So I was initiated into that. Then after getting that initiation, I went to a forest. There I stayed around 4.5 years only for exploring the sound of silence.
How did you survive in just the sound of silence, Guru?
Yes, for an ordinary mind, yes, it is difficult. But you can, I saw countless species over there, reptiles, worms, snakes, animals, birds. They are all surviving in nature without any botheration. Only human brain is always being bothered because we are not instinctive. We are always falling or depending on our intellect, which will give us two opposites. If you appreciate day, night is a reality. If you appreciate power, the weakness is there. So mind will recognize, our intellect will recognize two opposites. Without pleasure, there is no pain. Without loss, there is no gain. But in instinctive level, where these animals are and birds are surviving, there are no two. Actually, that is quantum physics. There are no two, only one, a duality. This is what is said in India in the spiritual science as Advaita. There are no two, only one. So when I was focusing only on the sound of silence, I was not bothered about the problems. If I am looking for the possibilities, I should accept the problems also. But I was beyond all these things, focused only on listening the sound of silence, curious to know what is beyond matter. So within 4.5 years, I don't remember exact dates and everything because in the forest there is no dates and time. Only
How
night
did you
and
navigate? How did you navigate through just night and day? Did you use the stars? Did you use the sun? How the sun rise and set? How did you do it?
so I was not bothered about traveling anywhere. I was comfortably sitting somewhere. And when sun rises, yes, I came to know when sun rises, lotuses will open. It's a natural process. Same way in our brain also, there are some chemical changes. When the sunlight falls on us, some hormones will keep changing, like serotonin will go down, dopamines will come up. So I was comfortably observing the chemical changes, hormonal changes happening within me. Sakshi, be a witness of the body and mind functions. That is what is called meditation. When you observe carefully, you will come to know the mechanism of your mind. It's an amazing experience. Once you recognize the mechanism of your mind, you are no longer a dependent of your mind. You will become the commander of your mind. That
Do
is
you
what, yeah.
do you feel like the African culture, because in the African culture they said that they can live abundance with lion and the high end animals because they're in sync. Nobody, like we have zoos here in America, containment. So when you went out to the wilderness, you basically became one and unfearful of whatever animal was out there, and the animals respected that, right?
Of
For
course.
4 years, they had to.
See, man is nothing but a social animal. Yes, in the beginning, everybody was in the forest. There was no discrimination. There is a law in the forest. and regulations are there. But laws and rules and regulations are not, imposed by a, like government over there. Everything is imposed by our own discipline. That is what is called instinct. So, no, it was nice to see the discipline of forest. Snakes usually will not go through the area of elephants. Elephants will have a certain route. They will go and eat something, and they will go to the stream for drinking water. There will be a specific way where snakes will not go. Why? Because snakes are aware that these guys will keep on moving every day, and it is dangerous to be there. So snakes will have a different terrain. So like that, I was so keen, and I was focused on exploring the instinctive dimension, which in modern science we say subconscious level. Subconscious level means intellectual management in our brain is only 5% as far as modern science is concerned. Then subconscious level is 95%. In yoga, it is called instinctive reality. So modern man is completely depending on the intellect, which is handling only 5% of our existence. And the spiritual man can explore the 95% of our instinct. So when we become successful in making a union between the intellect and the instinct, or physiologically we can say the union between brain and heart, is called yoga. Yoga is union. Indian tradition is completely depending on this technical term called yoga, union. When you become, or when you succeed in uniting the brain and heart, you will become a complete animal. Right now you are a social animal, but when we do that, we will become an intellectual animal. That is the complete way of living, where we will come to know what is beyond matter. That is what is called now, modern science is saying, quantum coherence. Something which is beyond matter, but that is the reality. When I reached to that level, one day I saw my body as I see everyone else. It was a separated experience. Then it is usually called out-of-body experience.
How did you feel when you had that out of body? Did you feel euphoria or a sense of lightness? How did you feel?
It is beyond explanation, but I can say I was in an ecstatic mood, completely free. Even now, being inside my body, I feel I am grilled. But when I meditate, I go out. That is the eternal freedom. So now I am grilling myself in my conscious level, and I am making myself free when I am beyond the body consciousness. So when this in and out journey is practical, happening consciously, that state is called samadhi in Sanskrit. Samadhi means altered state of consciousness. So that is the real state of freedom. Nothing can stop you. As you asked me, what I feel means, I feel ecstasy. Something, the eternal joy, which has no conditions, unconditional love. Like in Bible I read, Jesus Christ was always insisting to practice unconditional love. We can associate with everybody, but not limited. We never become judgmental, but we become available for everybody, because that eternal oneness from which everything is being evolved will be revealed to us. That is what is called revelation. So when I experienced that, then I came back to my master, then asked his advice, what to do next. Really, I wanted to remain in that out-of-body state, but master said, no, that is not the practical way. You just go back to society, be with them, try to share this wisdom with others, and gradually your inner guidance will take you to different dimensions. So when I listened to that, yes, that was the right way. Then I came back to material life and I became one among this society. I got married, then I started my business and I resumed all my previous practices. Right now, I am here for everybody. Yes.
Take me down a path where your body attached back to your spirit attached back, because that's basically astroplaning. That's what we call astroplaning, right? Where you can, but that's kind of different because you're in a dream, right? When you're astroplaning, you weren't in a dream state, nor did you take any like drugs, right? Just gotta know.
Yeah, it's right. This plane of consciousness can be created either through disturbing or changing the rhythm of your breath. You can toxify your body deliberately by your own mind. See, like if I am not breathing or I stop my breath more than 3 minutes, 5 minutes, body will be toxified. Children, newborn babies, sometime they will stop breathing. For world record is like around 8 minutes. Children can hold the breath or they will be arrested. Then the body will become completely blue. Right? Why it's happening? Because the oxygen is blocked over there. Body will be polluted. So when that process happening through will, through practice, that is what is called yoga. If it is happening by nature, out of control way, is called roga in Sanskrit. Roga in Sanskrit means diseased. So when you use a drug, you are polluting the body and you are disturbing the natural impulses of your neurons, and you will experience different plane of consciousness. But unfortunately, if you go through that, your natural balance of neurons will be completely distorted. That is what is called degeneration of your brain. But if you create that one through the mental balance, which is called meditation, the condition of the body will be same, and you will disturb the natural impulses of your neurons, but it will not be degenerative because you are creating it consciously. You can reset it back. That is actually regenerating your brain. So yoga will take you to the different dimensions in a healthy way, but yoga, the drugs will take you to different dimensions in an unhealthy way. So one is damaging, one is regenerating and supporting, but the experiences will be same.
Well said. Well said. Is there any way to restore through technology or through like getting off of drugs and starting yoga like ASAP that we can restore the brain cells? Is there a way through technology or through your resources of being a guru?
Actually, we can restore everything because in nature, nothing is permanent. That is why modern science also saying that the material world is evanescent. It's only a flicker. We think it is real, but no molecule in this nature is real. It keeps on changing. So if you want to restore something in your system, you must know the technique. Everything is possible. Even we can go deep into the fundamental rewiring of your neurons. If it is happening or supporting through the drugs, external chemicals will be dominating the system. But if you use the power of mind to rearrange your structure, then it will be under our control. It's like AI cars are there, the car without a driver. But whatever may be, the person who is sitting inside the car will be having little doubt because it is a machine. So if something goes wrong with that, intelligence, artificial intelligence, then the passenger doesn't know how to handle it. But if the passenger is driving the car, we can see the confidence level. So like that, if medicine is start controlling our brain, then we have to be depending on the medicine, and that dependence will make you unhappy and restless. But if you become the driver of your own car, your body machine, there will be a master control over the machine. That is a feeling of the owner, not the dependent. This is the difference. So both medicine and mind can serve the system, but when mind starts serving the system, that will be a different feeling of the mastership, the ownership, or the supreme power. Otherwise, we will be depending on the medicine. One day will give a side effect which is beyond our control. This is the difference. But medicine or mind can support us in, to reach to a different dimension, or as you said, we can restructure our system or restore everything.
Where do you see yourself going being a guru in the future?
Excuse me?
Like where do you see yourself with what you do now, your profession? Where do you see yourself going for the future? How many people you want to help?
I don't have any calculations like this, because it is the problem of our intellect. Intellect wants to see things, what is now, what was yesterday, what is going to be happening in future. But that is only a projection of the intellect. In nature, there is no past, no future, only present functions. A yogi will be focused on the present, and I'm not bothered about what had happened yesterday. It is a memory in the mind which has no relevance right now. And if I think of tomorrow, my mind is projecting, or mind is occupied in making names and forms and calculations, and I will forget to be in the present moment. So I am not bothered how long even my body will be in this shape, because I am not the body. I am sure that I am beyond the body, mind, and something which I experience, but beyond explanation. So what I'm trying is, I would like to spread this message to everybody who are really suffering from their memories of past and the anxieties of future. And I would like to train them to be with the present moment. That will be a fundamental change in their state of consciousness. If somebody can reach there, they will feel the real peace. They will experience contentment. If somebody is contented, there is no clash, no arguments. If somebody is coming to me saying that you are talking nonsense, I will smile, because he is saying something based on his understanding. Somebody will come and say, oh, you are a wonderful person, you are talking everything very high. I say, thank you. This is what is the real achievement of this meditation. Like it's called samadhi, means samyak sthiti. We can handle pleasure and pain, gain and loss, okay, problems and possibilities equally. It's called sama. Sama in Sanskrit means equal. So when you get that consistency and equality with everything, it's an amazing experience beyond our intellect. So there we will experience the peace and tranquility of an animal, because animals are not having the ego. They don't have calculations. If a deer is grazing, suppose a tiger is approaching, the deer will recognize the tiger is aggressive or not. If the tiger is not aggressive, it's not hungry, then deer will ignore the tiger and it will continue grazing. But if the tiger is hungry, then the deer will recognize the aggression. It will keep running, fight or flight. There, the deer is not thinking, only acting. The action is there, but no botheration. So the tiger is chasing, the animal, the deer is running. Finally, the tiger felt this guy is faster than my limit. Okay, so tiger left him. Then deer came to know tiger is not there. It's not bothered. It will start grazing immediately. See, in that mind of that animal and the deer, there was no memory of the fear, no anxiety of the future. So it is always with the present. If we can explore this technique from within, the hidden animal instinct, we will see we are complete, contented. If we are happy within, nobody can make us unhappy. This is what everybody should learn. But unfortunately, modern man is always trying to find his happiness from outside. If I want to be good, somebody should say I am great. Why should I listen? People cannot say something or they will not say something if they are not benefited. So once somebody is praising me for their benefit, definitely indirectly I am a loser. So I should not be carried away with either praising or blaming, gain or loss, and day or night. When I reach to that middle level is called samadhi. Then the person who is reaching that level is called swami. In India, technically everybody will call this guy as swami.
Is there anything else you would like to add to this show before we close in like 3 minutes?
So like adding something means I would like to see the happiness around the world the way I am seeing. So I wish this one, everybody. So like Swami Vivekananda, there was a very famous master in India. He used to tell that the change should begin from the individual, because society is nothing but individuals grouped together. So if we see a global society, we all are part of that. If everybody become spiritually contented through a scientific way, unfortunately, the moment we speak about spirituality, people will fall into, again, intellectually created religious aspects. Whatever is created through the intellect will have two sides. One person say, oh, this is the best. Immediately other person will say, this is the worst. Then what's happening? The clash is happening. So I would like to add this message to everybody through all my shows. Just find peace from within and change yourself. Have the self-esteem. And irrespective of others' approval, we must feel the happiness from within. This is what we would like to add to all shows.
Well said. And how can the people reach you?
I have a website, indimasi.com. Everything is there. And of course, my office people can share their details with you. Usually, indimasi.com. Indi is India's, not intimacy. It is Indimasi.
Thank you so much. Stay on the line. Thank you guys for joining my show today. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.